How was that? Was the sound okay? Once we had some issue. Sound was all weird. You think I'm late? I'm not late. I'm not late. I'm starting on time. You're early. Okay. So today I have a rant. It's not exactly a rant about RC, but I'm going to tie it into RC also. And then I'm going to talk about some invisible speed updates and also Mayako, some things about Mayako. And then after that, I have to continue with Mayako. We have a members meeting at 9 o'clock my time, so in 45 minutes. So then I'm going to have to leave you and go host that meeting. But until then, I'll be here. So we're going to have to do questions until we get 69 people watching. That's the number today. We got 46, so we need a few more. Anyone can do the math? Is it 23 more? Should ask Lefty. Anyway, I don't know. We could start with some Q&A now while we wait for more people. Maybe you need to share this on your social media. And then I think after that, I'm going to go straight into the rant. Let's see how I feel. Maybe I'll do the invisible speed update first and then rant a bit. I think so. I have a bit of a video to share with you too. Oh yeah, beer fund. Oh, Mike Driscoll. Oh, where am I? I'm in the wrong place. There we go. Mike Driscoll, beer fund money. Thank you very much. As you know, we need to do these lives so I can afford to buy some beer. And the way I afford beer is by you sending super chats. Now, some people like Mike, they just send a super chat and don't ask a question. But the idea really is you ask a question and I have to answer it because it's a super chat. And that's how it works. So this time I have, same as once before, I believe, maybe even on one of these lives, I had this. Lahden Erikois Extra Pale Lager. It's really good. I like this one. It's between an IPA and normal lager. And I don't really like IPA, so you get an idea. I would say it's from a normal sort of from a normal, let's say any kind like Beck's or something like that. You move towards Blue Moon, but just a bit, not all the way, you know? And then you mix a bit of IPA. It's hard to describe, but anyway, it's good. I like it. Okay, 55. We still need more people. Manny RC out of nowhere. You're not a hot tub Twitch star. What have you been doing? Just start with us. Oh, we need to get some people here. People need to know that we're live before I show up. These therapy sessions, they aren't cheap, you know? We've got a beer fund. We have the ongoing Fix the Whole fund. Fix the Whole fund hasn't got a lot of money. I mean, I barely got enough money for the beers. Don't have enough money for fixing the hole in the wall. That hole in the wall, I think it was actually because of palm muting. You know, in punk rock, when the way you play the riffs, especially Green Day's, you palm mute in particular rhythms. And so you touch the strings lightly with your hand, and it's a muted sound when you strum. Then you let go, you lift off the strings, then you strum, then you can let the strings ring out. And then the next strum again, you palm mute, and that's how you get that rhythm, right? So there was this thing I was trying to play, and I just could not do it, and still really can't do it that well. And yes, so I had to insert my foot in that wall. That's why there's a hole there. No anger issues or anything. No, I'm perfectly sane and extremely stable. I'm an extremely stable human being. Let's see. I'm just not even paying attention because there's not enough people here. So it's your fault, really. Yeah. So what else is new? What else is new? We have the third Finnish Nationals this weekend. If Pekko wins, he's Finnish champion. Is the camera flickering? I got a message about that. I don't know. Maybe it's the guy. He's a bit weird, the guy, David Basement Bauman. His brain might be flickering, so I don't know. If someone else has the problem, then I believe him. JQ, can you review TLR motocross RC bike? That's actually a good idea. I think I just might when I can afford it. So I could afford this beer now. I don't know how many beers it takes to get one of those things. I think I saw a price of like 690 or something euros. So I think it's far off. But I think I'm going to have to get one of those TLR motocross bikes and review it. I really do. It looked fun. I saw the video where he did the triple on an 8-scale track. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. So I'm going to have to get one. Steve, is this the real Steve Dunn? No way. Steve Dunn from back in the day from KZ Speedway? So happy you got a new microphone. Yes, had to. Other one, just too many issues. Thoughts on running one O-ring in shocks for less friction with long support bushings for less slop in the shaft? I mean, I think that's ridiculous. Just run it how it's made. 2 O-rings. It's fine. That's, it's not, you're not going to be any faster. 2 O-rings is safer. For all those e-buggy folk, JQ, do you think a 2200 kV motor is generally too much for buggy on regular size tracks? I have no idea. What's a kV? I don't give a shit. I don't even know what I have. I don't even know where mine is. I don't know what I have. It's whatever. It's e-buggy. 1900 to 2200. That's kind of the range I think that most of those motors are. Mike says he just sent a super chat for the beer because he has asked enough silly questions already. 68. We're so close. Ah, 69. There we go. We can start. But I'm going to catch up with the comments here. Let's see if there's any question. I know some about palm muting, lol. Is this some, what was that hot tub streamer comment? Isn't this the same guy? I think we have a pervert alert. Hey, I need those drops that I use in the videos, like the Drake alert. You know that one? The camera is not flickering. Basement Bauman, please have your brain checked tomorrow. Okay, here we have a good question. What gives better side bite on the rear? Axle low to arm or high roll center with the links? So high roll center with the links would be lower the link on the tower. What gives better side bite on the rear? Well, I would say Why isn't anything ever simple? Why can't the answer just be yes? Yes. Move on. Okay, so I would say that a low axle height, so with the rear axle closer to the outer hinge pin, the hub down, that will give you more side bite on the rear. The reason I say that is with a low axle height, you have more initial grip. So going into the corner, you have good rear traction. Then through the corner, you tend to maintain that grip. And then when you exit, it bites again and you have more. The issue that you have with when you do it with the link is you have more initial grip with a higher roll center, but mid corner, you lose it more. So the rear will want to slide out easier than with the low axle height. So that's kind of universal on every track. That's going to happen when you do it with the link. You go in, it's good, but mid corner, it allows the rear end to swing around and you have more rotation. Then when you get on power, then it grips again and goes. With the axle height, most of the time, you'll just feel that you have more side bite. But then depending on the conditions, some tracks, some corners, then you can have that problem where mid corner, you lose the rear end. Or if you don't lose the rear end, what's maybe more common is that it catches some bump. And maybe because it catches a bump, then you lose the rear end. So to answer your question, I would say low rear axle height has more side bite on the rear when cornering than a high roll center adjusted with the links. Whew, I made it through that question. Are you ever going to come to Fast Lane Raceway in Kansas City? Tebow and a couple others were there last weekend. See how you fixed your grammar there. It was good times. I don't think so. That's my honest answer. I don't think I'm going to Kansas City to Fast Lane Raceway. I just don't think so. Unless they organize the Worlds or something. This must be about that low-C motocross bike. Don't bother. They are not great. They can't make 180s or go 40 feet. No, it's not that Steve Dunn. Damn, I'm disappointed. Sorry, Steve. I don't know you, but that other Steve Dunn, he's insane. So it would have been good if it was him. Almost caught up. The Basement Bauman, his brain is flickering and he sends 10 euros. Will you pit me on Euro 40 plus and fix my car? Yes, the flickering was my brain. Keep the beer fund going, lads. Okay, just for that, I'm going to have to unfuck your car at plus 40 euros. That's the least I can do. Elements FPV. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Jakey from Bischofsheim. That's where the electric Euros were. Where's our favorite illegal stock racer? Born a crime. He knows all about stock, everything you want to know. Do you think that 8-scale nitro classes will ever get to a point that there's too much power for the potential that the cars are capable of handling? No, I don't think so. Especially not if the rest of the world also has to go to less nitro. My sons or son, I don't know now. See, it would be my sons want to know or my son wants to know. So which is the mistake? Which S is extra here? I really don't. This is really mind fucking me at the moment. Anyway, my son or sons want to know why you don't drink beer also when you are pitting Pekko. Only these live streams. Well, sometimes I do drink beer also when pitting Pekko. The thing is, at Finnish nationals, you aren't actually allowed to drink beer. You have to disguise it. Question. I know you are more of an off-road guy, but do you have a recommendation for shock oil weight for the Nitro GT class? I know the chassis are usually based off of a buggy chassis. Okay, time is money. Since you know that time is money, then I need to tell you this. This question is a waste of money. By that, I mean it's a waste of time. You know, time is money. So don't waste your time or money. Don't ask questions like this. Don't have these questions in your head. Because if I told you I use 600, 500, that's not going to tell you anything. The shock oil depends on the ambient temperature and the piston you run. And then the setup, the car, the shock, the overall diameter of the piston, the springs you run, what kind of feel you want. So I can't tell you what shock oils you should run. I don't know what piston you have. I don't know what car you have, what conditions you're running, what temperature. I know nothing of that. So no one can actually answer you that question without more information. If you really want to understand this, you know what you should do? I'm going to tell you what you should do. Actually, you can't do it now because the website's down. It's not my fault. It's like the course platform, but Invisible Speed. In Invisible Speed, we talk about all of this, and then you wouldn't have to waste your money asking questions like this because you would know. You would have made an extremely good investment in Invisible Speed. You would understand these things, and you would know what shock oil to use and why. Let's see if it's up. Nope, it's not up. Course is down. Damn. You can still buy it on invisiblespeed.net, but still, there's your answer. Okay, since we were on the subject of invisible speed, I'm going to show you something. We have to move on. It's already past. I'm going to show you some tools that I'm making. So Invisible Speed is going to offer setup tools here shortly. Let's see. I forget how to use this damn thing. Share screen. Is that what I have to do? I can share window. Okay, here goes nothing. Let's hope this works. Oh, I hope I don't have anything visible that shouldn't be. I don't think so. I'm sure you'll tell me if I do. Okay, do you see the screen here? Hopefully someone can chime in. I don't know what's going on here, really. I just work here. Someone comment, for the love of God. Okay, yes, you see it. So anyway, Invisible Speed, if someone is randomly here and doesn't know, Invisible Speed is my, what would we even call it? It's like Trump University. It's my educational platform. It's just that it's not a scam like his was. So the idea is we have the Invisible Speed book. Here we go. Sold out in English and French. New version coming. I'm going to add some chapters about driving and mental preparation and racecraft and those kind of things, as well as some other setup stuff and improve on the old content. So we have a book. We have an online course. I got a bunch of videos for free on my YouTube and doing these lives also. And we are going to offer tools because it's relevant to setup. So here is just the first tools that I designed. So we're going to make this setup station. It's going to come in pairs because I think you don't really need 4. If you want, you can then buy an extra pair, but you just really need 2. And then on the other end, you use your tires. It's going to come with four of these quick release nuts. So you can put your wheels on the other end of the car quick. Some differences to others that I've seen. One thing that really annoys me with these setup stations is that these stick to the setup board. So when you adjust your camber, because especially on off-road buggies, the tires move in and out. So they move sideways as the suspension compresses. So when you kind of settle the car to its natural ride height, they get stuck on the board, and then you sort of have to push these a bit to get them to settle at the actual correct camber. And that's annoying. So I put bearings here. So it has bearings there, and of course here on the back also as normal, and then there's bearing here. So everything should be free. I'm looking forward to getting the samples of these to really try them out, test them out, see how they work. Another thing is on 8 scale, you couldn't go full lock with the steering with these still remaining on the ground. They would lift up because this space wasn't wide enough. So now hopefully it is, and you can attach these to the front and turn the wheels and check your steering angles and all that fun stuff. So that's really the main difference with these compared to others on the market. Then we have 36 millimeter blocks. These are just balancing pins, so you can these key into the block, so you can use these to balance your chassis with if your chassis has holes, and Mayako does. That's why these are here. But normally you use these blocks for droop. So no pins. You remove these, and you put your car on the blocks, 36 millimeter blocks, which means that 30 millimeters is 0. That's kind of a standard now. When I say 0, I mean that at 30 millimeters, so at 30 millimeters, when you measure that measurement, it's 0. The block is 36 millimeters because the axle is 12 millimeters diameter. What we want to do is we want to have the 0 where the center axis of the axle, so where the axle would be, where the axle is in line with the bottom of the chassis. That's our 0 point. And then on the setup sheets, we measure either above or below that. So that's the idea. And then we have this droop block, because with the ride height gauge, it's kind of annoying to do it. I think that from touring car, when I've run touring car, it's better to have this kind of block with steps on it, and you just set it to the step you want. So then we have 0 and plus 1, 2, 3, 4, or then minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of the range that we run. Very normal setups we run is like 0, plus 1, plus 2 in the front, and then sort of minus 4, 5, 6 in the rear. So that's the idea. Then these blocks, on the blocks, we have holes, so you can, when you're assembling your diffs, you can drop your diffs there. These holes are for your electric drivers. You know, you have your 4 mil and 5 mil. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. Plugs, connectors. Anyway, when you solder them, you can drop them in there. Another reason for this is that you will be able to connect these so that you have them at the correct distance for the Mayako for these pins. That's also one reason for those holes. Another thing I forgot to show you there, this mark, there will be a measurement here. There will be a measurement here like 60 to 70 or something. The point is this is 65, because you know what? The normal droop we run, kind of 65, 65. So you lift the car up with this, and you measure to the table 65, or we'll have laser etched above and below, so you can really set your droop with these also. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. So these, I don't know when these will be ready. Who knows? But I've sent them off and they're being made. So there you go. Bullets. 4 and 5 mil bullets. Bullet connectors. Tony Schumacher. X-Ray will have that copied long before you could produce it. Yeah, maybe. This was a big risk to do this publicly on a YouTube live. But you know what? I don't give a shit. When will the invisible course be available? It's already available. It's been available for 2 years. I released an old video, and at the end of the video, it said that the course will be released next month or something. I didn't even notice. It's just an old video I put up again. So it was funny. Someone actually watched the video to the end. I couldn't believe it, because you know, when you look on YouTube, people never watch videos to the end. They watch for, I don't know, very short time. Then there's a drop off, and then somewhere towards the end of the video, a lot of people drop off. So yeah, it's funny. So invisible speed tools coming slowly but surely, building up this invisible speed. Whatever. What did we decide to call it? I can't remember anymore. What else? So a bit of a glitch in the system. I was supposed to show you some stuff, but that course platform, it's hosted by this, company that provides online course hosting. It's down. It's been down all day, so I can't show you what I wanted to show you. But basically, I've been adding a lot of videos, also adding below the videos, adding timestamps and summaries of the video, so it's easier to find what you're looking for. And there's 7 new videos on the way: track width, wheelbase, drive shaft bind, diff height, a case study, and 2 others that I can't remember right now. Rear diff and diff conclusion, they were also missing. So they will be up there at some point also. And we have homework. We had homework. Everyone was supposed to go to the track and try different ride heights, droop, roll bars, all these basic things, and provide feedback. But we don't have enough feedback yet. So until we get enough feedback, I can't do the next week of intensive lives. So lives every day. So I don't know when that will be. Hopefully sometime, let's say sometime in the next 2 months. So you still have time to join and do the homework and join in. It's going to be really, really helpful. That's the best way to learn about these things. So if you find yourself always asking the same questions or wondering the same things, this is a great opportunity to once and for all learn those things for yourself, so you understand what to do at the track. Invisible speed, your brainchild. No. We can think of something that. Mike Hess says, I'm doing homework this weekend at Victory during a race. Oh, man. I don't know how you're going to do it at the race. I saw this question before also, so I'll answer it now. On the Black Edition, you used much thicker diff oil because of the gears. How are the Mayako's car diff gears compared to the Black Edition, and why? They're the same. So it's the same. You often see that the Mayako drivers use a bit thicker diff oil than other brands. For example, like 12, 15, 6, when someone else might be using 7, 10, 4 or something, 7, 10, 5. So yeah, on the Mayako, you use a bit thicker diff oils. Okay, 93 people. Can we get 100? I want to rant to 100 people today. That's it. I have a rant. I think I need to do the rant. Until we get 100 people, please, someone share this. Do what you have to do. I don't know how to get more people on here. I'm not on really social media that much anymore. So I need your help for that. It's going down. What the hell? We need more people, not less, so I can rant. A very specific rant I want to rant about. In the meantime, does anyone have any ideas for what kind of tools or things Invisible Speed could make? Or anything that I maybe showed you, some feedback on that? Didn't David use 200,000 in? Yes, he did. But that's sort of have never used something like that before. That track is really high grip, edgy, I heard. So that's why he did that. But it worked really well. So I have to try that. I also experimented because of that. I was on a very loose track. And normally you would use thin oil. I had 40,000. And it was actually still okay. It was interesting. But like I said before, the front diff, it's so much less sensitive than the others. Like, if anything, you should have a front diff that's a bit thicker than what you need than thinner. And it doesn't really matter if it's too thick. It's not such a big deal. That's kind of how I see it. 95. We just need 5 more people. Come on. Someone ask your moms to come and watch. What cars are Mayako working on? Mayako are working on the car they have. God damn it. Working on the same nitro buggy. Need to get this real good dialed in. We'll have an e-buggy also, and that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing right now. Okay? Need to figure out the nitro and e-buggy. Add shock holder also to droop blocks. No, because then you can just put like what? 1 shock. Come on, it's gonna suck. It's gonna fall over and you're gonna spill all your oil everywhere. There's no way. Wow, I got a positive comment, so I'm gonna have to highlight this for sure. Mike Hoskins says, JQ, you are the man. Your book, Invisible Speed, is a masterpiece. Thank you, sir. I did something right. That's amazing. If I asked my mom, hey, can you please come and watch me on YouTube and do this? It would take her so long to just figure out what to do that the stream would be over by then. Okay. 97, almost rant time. I would make correction parts for other car brands, say C and D blocks. That's actually funny. That's but the thing is, Invisible Speed, even though we help everyone, we don't want to help the competition too much. Okay. So we're not going to make parts for others to go faster. Nah. Many tool brands, and we don't buy those constantly, but we're always looking to go faster. Yeah, but you're going to go faster when you get these setup tools. That's the trick. 98, 2 people. My mom is watching with you. Hey, so get her on her own device. Ah, we got 100. We had 100 for a moment there. Okay, we can go. The course is even better than the book. Both are the holy grail. I agree, the course is better than the book. I wish there was more people in the course so that I could afford to really make it as good as I want. And that, my friends, is the perfect segue to my rant. See, here's the thing. We live in a day and age where I guess maybe attention spans are shorter than before, but I don't really think so. I think that it's more that everyone is competing for people's attention. Okay. So everything has become this sort of very clickbaity, surface level, instant gratification, short attention span bullshit. And I really hate it. I really do. I mean, you just, if you go online, you go on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you're constantly bombarded with completely brain dead shit. The stupid, like, I have a Facebook account that I only like. It's not a real person. There's no friends, nothing. It's like a blank Facebook account just to manage the invisible speed page, and I have my access to Mayako page and all of that. Okay. If I go to the whatever it's called, the feed or something, because there's no friends, there's nothing, there's no like data of what this person likes. It's just showing like the Facebook's sort of popular stuff. And then I guess I would have to click stuff, and then the algorithm starts doing its thing. Oh my God, it is so stupid. The world is becoming unbelievably stupid, even though we have all the information available to us. It's like, this is so frustrating to me. And the thing that is driving this now, and really like something that I've been thinking about, is all this short form, like surface level, the stupider the content, the more it gets views, the more successful it is. Like just think about the Island Boys. If you don't know the Island Boys, go after this, go anywhere on any social media and just look for the Island Boys. And if you are like me, you will be like, what the fuck? How are these people? How does anyone know who these idiots are? They are complete morons with no skills or talents or any kind of, like, it's seemingly even ambition, right? They are complete idiots that companies are just giving money so that they can be complete idiots and create idiotic, stupid content that people watch. That's the point. That's the cycle. And I'm like, this is so stupid. I ranted with Lefty about this today, because this all comes down to one thing, okay? So I have this invisible speed course, right? I have a YouTube channel. I started off, I did some like longer videos, some videos that I spent a lot of time, researching and looking for clips, and really like I have an idea of what I want to explain. And then I have to go and find a clip of a car doing the thing that I have in my mind, right? Oh my God, it takes so much time to find those clips, because I can't, even if I went to the track, I can't recreate exactly what I want. Okay. So I do this. I spend all this time and effort and make the video, then edit it, and all of this stuff. Like, I put together something that I can actually be proud of, and that people, if you go and look at some of the videos that I posted on my YouTube channel, go read the comments. It's absolutely incredible. There's like 100% likes and 100% positive comments. It's insane. Okay. But to do that, it makes no sense. I make like $10. What's the point? Like, how can I make money and do this? So I would like to do quality content. I would like to really finish my online course and work on it and make it exceptional. But where this industry and where we are, where it's pushing me? It's pushing me to the short form, dumb content, clickbaity stuff, so that I can get views, so that people can see, oh, this exists. And maybe some of those people would actually then go and check out the course and all that stuff, right? So this has been the thing. Like, I figured, okay, if I'm going to try and do this, if I'm going to try and make some content and just be able to upload like every day for months, or like 5 days a week or something like this, just short clips, there has to be a point for it, because I really don't want to do some stuff that doesn't add any value. Even if it's short, it needs to add value. And I'll show you. I just made one YouTube short now. It took like 3 days because I had to learn everything. Green screen, how do I work the green screen, and how do I get captions and do this? Oh my God. Vittu mikä työmaa, you would say in Finnish. Anyway, so I made one. I'll show that to you. But here's my thing. I want for us together to come up with ideas of what information I could share in these kind of shorts so that this work that I do isn't island boy level bullshit. Okay. Because I want stuff to be sort of okay. Someone is scrolling on their phone on YouTube. They see the short, they watch it. But it's if you are into RC, you'll watch all of it and maybe you'll learn something. That's my goal. Okay. There has to be some value to it. Has to be entertaining enough so you stick around and you stop at it and look at it. But there also has to be a point. There has to be some value to it. And then hopefully some of those people will get inspired and go check out the course. Anyway, Kevin Talbot, big YouTuber watching me. People watch them because people talk about them. That's a chicken and an egg thing. I don't know which way that goes. Island boys. Just like Andrew Tate. The dumber opinions you have and you just share them as loud as possible, the more successful you are on social media these days. Make an instant gratification 30-second invisible speed course. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm doing. Anyway, let's see. I need to show you this video. I uploaded it here. Hopefully it actually works. Let's try this, shall we? Stop scrolling, you filthy animal. Learn something new with invisible speed. Focus on taking off in a controlled manner, timing the jump so that you can hit the landing, and angling the car with the throttle and the brake so that the angle of the car is the same as the landing. To level this out, you turn towards the ground. As you turn towards the ground, the car will level out. If you want to learn more and make your speed visible, stop scrolling! Did you see that video and hear it? I don't know if you heard that. Did it work? Did the video work? No one's commenting anything. So you saw the video, you heard it? Okay, let's watch. I want to hear that too. I can't even remember what the hell was going on. Shit, I only have this. Oh, wait, I want to watch that. Stop scrolling, you filthy animal. Learn something new with invisible speed. Focus on taking off in a controlled manner, timing the jump so that you can hit the landing, and angling the car with the throttle and the brake so that the angle of the car is the same as the landing. To level this out, you turn towards the ground. As you turn towards the ground, the car will level out. If you want to learn more and make your speed visible, stop scrolling! And unmute yourself too. Anyway, so what did you think about that? That video allowed me to learn everything there is to know in just 10 seconds. Exactly, everything. It's the funniest thing, like when I was ranting about this with Lefty, like, Jake, you listen to yourself. If I was saying this, you would just tell me, that's just an excuse. You're full of excuses. Just go and do it. You're just lazy. You just don't want to do social media clips and stuff. It's not that. You see, if you do short form content, it's very hard to go deeper than just the surface level. And that's really not what interests me. Like how to measure droop, how to set your ride height. If you want that, if you want to know how to put your body clips on, go watch Adam Drake's channel. Okay. That's what his channel is for. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that's the truth. What I want to do is I want to be able to offer, yes, the basics to new people, but then people who have been into RC for like 10 years, they don't give a fuck about measuring droop or ride height. They want to know about more in-depth stuff, okay? They want to know about pros landing on two wheels. Like finally with Lefty, we got somewhere, and he said, "Yeah, you know, when you in that video when you said like pros land on power on two wheels and how that actually makes the car soak the landing a lot better." Not everyone knows about that. That's the kind of stuff I want to talk about. So that could be a short 20-second video. You know, what's the best way to land if you have a hard landing? Well, on power on an edge, like two wheels of the car, because then the roll resistance, the anti-roll bar and the geometric roll resistance will help to absorb the landing. On power, the friction of the drivetrain stiffens up the suspension. So, you know, those kind of things. Like this kind of advice is good to share in a short form. But I want you to give me some examples also. What do you think that could work in a short form like this, just to inform people, but also hopefully lead them to the course? Because I mean, that's the whole point at the end of the day. Clothes by Invisible Speed. Yeah, we'll make some Invisible Speed clothing also. So kind of branding it a bit. So we'll have a pit mat setup board, the setup tools, and then t-shirts, hoodies, and hats and that stuff. And those collared shirts. The video was short and highlighted the important parts. Yeah, so I'll get us started here. General public don't care about RC. Only way to get them to watch is to make it entertaining to them somehow. Yeah, but I'm not doing this for the general public. Like the general public are watching Island Boys and Andrew Tate and those. What are those two gorillas called in America? YouTubers. Logan Paul and the other idiot. So okay, let them watch them. That's fine. I don't care. This is just about RC, people in RC, how to be better in RC and all that. So I'll stick to that. I don't need millions of viewers. I don't care. I want the people who care to get something of value, but they're scrolling on their phones and they are watching Island Boys and these idiots, right? So how to get their attention? Okay, we need to make some RC shorts. Sharing information that is not generally the typical cookie cutter boxed info that's already out there. Exactly. That's why when Lefty said how to set ride height, I told Lefty to get stuffed. I'm not doing it. Not going to happen. I'm not doing how to set ride height. I might do one just to say I'm not doing how to set ride height. Anyway, so I had some ideas. Tire selection for tracks. Good, we have some ideas coming. Corner speed with throttle and wheel input. You want to help people develop their setup knowledge to understand what's going on, not only put the answers to their mouth. That's good. Yes, that's what the course does. And that's kind of exactly what you can't do with this kind of surface level short form content, you know? And that's where the world is going in everything. Everything is just sort of, everything is the highlight reel. The highlight reel. No one seems to go deeper than that. And I only really, I that was almost a sound bite what I was gonna say. I didn't. I stopped myself before I was gonna say that I only like going deep. Whew. For me, the best parts of the course were meetings with guests. Yes, we've had Kyle McBride, David Ronefalk, Robert Bache, Bruno Coelho. He was really good. Who didn't I mention? Jared Tebow. Racing line in the same manner as with the jumps. Yes, we have that in the course. Trouble is, not many people care about all the technical stuff. Why is my camera auto-focusing over there? Not many people care about the technical stuff. Racing, even less people. It's such a small niche. Exactly. And that's the second part of my rant. That reminded me. I have to remember the second part of my rant. I'll get to that in a bit, but we need to get some more ideas here. So I had some ideas for those short videos. So why is my camera thinking I'm over there? I'm here. So that engine tuning video with a cut carb, that could be something. Explaining the carb, really short video, idle gap, setting the low speed, high speed in short videos like that. How to whip, the different whips the cars make in the air, and that kind of what I did, but the more advanced stuff. That could be a good short video. When we had Bruno Coelho in the course, he was really good. So there's some highlights that he was talking about. The landing on two wheels, as I mentioned already, those kind of things. Here, do you want to hit? What is happening? It's just in love with the car back there. Steering. Do you want to hear some Finnish? Sä olet jo se hyvä mies ja äärimmäisen viisaskin. That's a compliment, actually, believe it or not. He said, you are a good man and extremely clever. That's a bit weird to read, but hey, I'll take it. Ainakin radiojohtavien autojen suhteen. Okay, there we go, the qualifier. At least as far as radio control cars. Jatka samaan malliin. Kiitos videoista ja Invisible Speedistä. Continue in the same way. Thank you for the videos and Invisible Speed. There we go. There we go. Invisible secrets, the information and tips that are usually covered by pit towels. We need stuff uncovered to the general public. There's no secrets. There's no secrets. And I'm over time. I need to go to the Mayako meeting. But I need to finish my rant. Okay, the second part of my rant. So, I was talking about everything being short form, clickbait, island boy bullshit. It's kind of a problem we have in RC also. Not exactly the same, but this reminded me of it once again. And Kevin was saying that not many people care about the technical stuff, racing even less people. It's such a small niche. Exactly. And if we are going to keep doing things the way we are, then it's just going to remain that way. Because can you just imagine for a second, pick any sport in the world that you follow. Let's say motocross, because that's what I follow. Let's say that in motocross, we had all these drivers or riders in this case. So we have in America now the Lawrence brothers and Sexton and whoever else is still healthy, Ferrandis, all these guys in America. Okay. So imagine they go racing in America, but they aren't racing each other. Most of the time, they're just racing some regional races or whatever. And then sometimes they race together. Okay. And then the coverage of the races, it's just some guy with a camera, who streams to his social media. When they all race together, when it's some bigger race, there's actually some streaming there, and it's a pretty good show. You can watch it, but there's no information. If you want to know actually what happened at the race or read about some news or anything, you have to go to different brands' Facebook or some riders' Facebook to learn about it. That's ridiculous. Any sport, there's like a central hub. There's the coverage. You can see all the coverage there. There's the news media, independent news media. They go to the event, they cover it. You have a few news sites you go to, and you know everything. There's interviews, there's product news, there's a race recap, so there's race highlights, there's different footage from the coverage filmed that you can find there. There's photo galleries. All of this media surrounding the sport, you can find it. You don't have to go to Jet Lawrence Instagram to figure out what happened. In RC, it's like this. We don't have a place to go to see everything. Not only, even let's say we have the IFMA Worlds, okay? don't even really know where it's live RC Racing TV. Like, where do we find this? Where there's not like one place. That's where you see the videos. Okay. Then the news. There's no one is going around interviewing people or sharing product news or explaining what happened in the race. No one. We don't have that. So as long as it's such a shit show like this, and all the brands are just like, well, we posted some reels on Instagram, we're doing great. We're just going to be idiots in a field. It's not going to change. And this is like tangent. I can't say the word. It helped me, someone. Oh my God. Again, stop fucking going over there. How do you say this?
Tangential.
Did you hear that?
Tangential.
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 This is a tangential point. There we go. Learn something new every day. Surface level, clickbait, short form, bullshit. No one going deeper than that. RC, everything. We can do it ourselves. We're just doing this short form content. No deeper information anyway about anything. Nothing that ties it together. Hopeless. It's hopeless. Tired of it. I'm so tired of it that I'm going to go and have my Mayako members meeting that's already 10 minutes late. I'll show you what we're going to talk about there, actually. I'll do that first. I can't show you all of it. It's mostly in CAD at this point, but I will show what we have now. So we're doing, like, trying to explain the car a bit better. So this is just one example. We have this adjustable hub. So these aren't final or anything. I don't give a shit that you can see it. Exploded view, part numbers, how they work, what's happening, how to match the offset in the hub to the arm, explaining the parts better than before. How to adjust axle height and comparing the new hub with the old one, how to match the geometry if you want to do that, or with the plastic hub. Toe-in inserts, how to insert them, how they work. The different hub inserts, because we have different drive shafts, so you need different bearings for different drive shafts. So we explain all of that. And then what I'll go into now with the Mayako members is we have these kind of things also, but explaining setup. So different drive shafts, what do they do? Talk about that, or axle height, or toe in, or this offset. Like, what does it do? What do you want to run and where? So that's also something we're doing. So I'm going to be doing that for the entire setup sheet, basically. All the different things you can adjust, we'll have a page dedicated to it with the parts, how it works, what it does, what you should run. That's what I've been working on recently, as well as this goddamn short video that took 2.5 days to make. The next one, that has to be faster. Hopefully just an hour or so. Let's see. Anyway, that was that. Here we go. Keep hair dyed green like Worlds last year, and do your normal videos. It'll be like a budget island boy doing RC content. Cheers to that. Setting up your ESC. I'm the wrong person for that, my friend. I really liked the video when you picked the guy at the track and improved his lap times. I would like to see the adjustments you made and why. Do more videos like that. JQ touched my car videos. Yeah, that was a lot of work. For what? For €5 and a beer? Thanks. Maybe it was worth it after all. Now, can you make that in a 1-minute video? Make what? I don't know. I don't know what you're referencing, but how about the JQ versus the World Series? Put some guys on blast. No, I'm a nice guy. Now I'm going to go to the Mayako meeting. So, unless someone has one last question for this therapy session, I have to go. Sport really needs RCGP. Yes, I agree. Something like card do this, you must do that setup change. Well, one idea for those short form videos is to find a clip of a car doing something. That's something where you can help actually. If you find videos of a car doing something wrong on a track, I play that clip and then I say, what are the top 3 changes I would make to stop that from happening? And then I go through those changes. Like I would change this, I would change that, I would change that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Anyway, gotta go. Mayako meeting, members meeting.